Okay, we're on the inside here now. You can see the menu across the top here, and you can see here a very quick overview of what's happened this month, what's happened to date, and so on. So it gives you a very, very good idea of how things are going. So you can see exactly what's happening. So what we want to do is we want to look at manage and create campaigns. Okay, so you can see here, this is an offer that we have running at the moment. You can see what sort of promotion offers you're allowed. You can see a bit more about it. But what we want to do is, let's have a look down a little bit further. You can see you can edit it, you can put tracking codes in, you can put creatives in. The creatives are your different types of advert. And if I show you the creatives available for this campaign, you see there's a lot of different images, there's text adverts, and so on and so forth. So basically, remember what has been said in other videos. The more you provide to your CPA network, the more you will be able to sell it. People are looking for something to put on their website in the odd corner, or something to fit a spare bit of space. If you can offer them something in that size, then it's going to make them money. So the more you can offer, the more you're going to appear in searches. So these are the different creatives. See here, creative elements. You can add different types: image, HTML, text. Just click that and click add, and go through and put the information in. But that's all you need to do. It's worth getting these designed professionally. Don't make them look cheap. If they're going to be sat on people's websites, they are not going to tolerate cheap adverts. Remember, okay, they are going to be having lots of adverts on their page potentially, and some of them will be from the companies like Revlon and L'Oreal and things like that. And if they see that sort of professional advert, and then they see your cheap and cheerful advert, then it's going to let you down, and people aren't going to think much of your product because your advert doesn't look good. If your advert looks shoddy, they're going to assume that your product is also below par quality. So please make sure they're designed professionally. It's worth spending a couple of $100 hiring a graphics designer. There's lots of them available on the internet, and get one of them to do the designs for you. It will save you a lot of time and effort and help increase your sales. So let's go back a page now and back and look at the actual advert itself. What I want to show you here very quickly is the different campaigns available. You've got cost CPA, which is cost per lead. You've got CPS, which is cost per sale, and then cost per click. So they will basically, you can choose any one of these three. Depends on what you want. If you're selling an information product, it's obviously cost per sale. If you are looking to build a list, you're going to look at cost per lead. Typically, cost per sale, you'd pay what an affiliate would get. So you're going to pay more out for that than you would for this. The leads, you may pay a dollar, a couple of dollars, depending upon the quality of the leads and how you convert them on the back end. Okay, so that does depend on you. But let's say we're going to create a CPS campaign right now. Okay, so very, very simple form. Put a name, a description, how much you're paying. Okay, and look at this. You agree to a minimum $1,000 applied towards the campaign. So it's going to cost you $1,000. This means it's not for everybody, but it may be for you. So are you paying a percentage of the sale or a fixed amount? So put it in there. Is it 50%, 75%, $100 or $30? Select your countries, all traffic, domestic, or you can select countries. If you use control and click, you can select more than one country there. Then obviously you put in your categories. What categories are they in? And the reason you do this is just to help people find your advert when they're searching, basically. So pick 2 or 3 categories. You've got to pick one. If it fits in more than one category, put it in more than one. And then if you're willing to let them run email campaigns, click on approved subjects. And then that's basically it. You review the campaign, and when that's done, all you need to do is add your creative. So you put your adverts, your banners, your emails and so on into it. So let's just go back one page again. I want to show you the CPA form. You can see here it's pretty much the same as the other form. Couple of differences, the rate and leads, okay? So what these means is how much are you willing to pay and how many leads do you want. So I'm willing to pay, say, $1 and I want 5,000 leads, for example. What I would recommend as well is just click here on how to set the right payout. You see this opens a new window. Doesn't look very tidy here. They've obviously got some database errors. But if I scroll down a little, okay, what I want to show you is I just want to go through this very quickly with you. This is actually very, very useful information. So if you're thinking of running a CPA campaign, you do need to read this. It's basically what I've been saying to you throughout this course. Okay, how much are you going to pay out? Well, it depends on how complex the process is. What sort of information are you after? Are you after lots of people or a very focused market? Okay. How much is the lead actually worth for you? How many leads do you want and in what time frame? And this is quite true, this last sentence here. Let me just highlight this sentence. The larger the payout, the more attention your offer will receive. Okay. So if you're offering to pay $10 a lead, and make sure it's worth it, don't just pay $10 a lead, then you're going to get a lot of attention to that offer. A lot of people are going to be jumping on it to promote it because getting leads is relatively easy. So technically you could build a big list very quickly, but if the value of each person is only a couple of dollars, it doesn't work out. So you've basically got to pay attention to this. So if you choose a payout that is too low, affiliates will promote offers that promise them higher commissions. So a campaign that's targeted to a broad audience with a very short form, i.e. you don't have to go into a lot of information, will work with a lower payout than a campaign targeted to a specific demographic, i.e. a market, that includes a multi-step process that takes time to complete. This is what we've been saying. The more complex the form, the more you have to fill in, then the more you can expect the person to be paid, because it's harder to get people to fill it in. The less they have to do, the less you need to pay them. So let's just close that for a moment. Right, and the only other thing that's different here is this box here, co-registration. Co-registration is basically where your newsletter advert, if you like, appears on other people's thank you pages. Is it co-registration or not? That's all they want to know. So pretty much the same, very, very simple to set up. You still have the $1,000 minimum, so you are going to have to spend $1,000 minimum, but potentially it could be worth an awful lot more than that to you. So let's go back a page again. And let's just look here at Create CPC, cost per click. This is like your pay per click, Google AdWords, and so on and so forth. And you can see there again, pretty much the same form. Okay, how do you want it to run? Do you want it on the whole network, on specific categories, or specific advertisers? Okay, up to you which one you choose. Depends on how targeted you want the traffic. If it's something with very, very broad appeal, then you will choose that. If it's something for particular niches, particular markets, i.e. financial or education, you would choose that. If it's anything else, you would choose this one here. So decide which one you need. Now, that's really all I want to show you within here. You can obviously go into the reporting, have a look around and see what's happened with your offers, how your deals are doing, what sales you're making. But remember, something like this site, ROIRocket.com, will get your offers in front of some really, really big affiliates who are going to promote the hell out of them and try and make you money. So be aware of that. So you could potentially earn a lot of money in quite a short period of time from this. So it's a good idea, if you're going to use this, to make sure that you have tested your sales page. Use pay-per-click if you have to. You know what your conversion rate is. You know what your what the value of each sign-up is if you're after generating leads. know how much each person is worth to you over their lifetime, and that will help you determine how much you're willing to pay. So ROIRocket.com is a good place to go and advertise your products. They're very, very internet marketer friendly, and as long as you have a decent product with a decent quality sales page, then you'll do alright here. It's well worth signing up for.